Okay. Good morning, everyone. Today, on the occasion of National Sports Day, we are joined by one of India's rising badminton stars, Varun Kapur. Hailing from Pune, he's currently ranked world number 2 in under 19 boys singles. We look forward to a very knowledgeable, fun, and delightful morning with him.
Good morning, everyone.
So, Varun, we're really glad to have you here with us. How was this weekend for you?
One of India's rising
Thank you. It's really great to be here. This weekend was pretty cool. I mean, it's a great honor to get called up for Thomas and Uber Cup selection trials for the country. And it's been a great experience to come and play with the top players in the senior category.
How was this weekend?
Okay, that brings me to a question about the roots of your journey. How did you get into badminton at such an early age when most people tend to focus on academics and like getting A's and A plus? And is there any particular incident or event that might have acted as a trigger to set you on the path for becoming a professional badminton player?
Question about the roots of your journey.
I was born in Kolkata, and I started playing badminton over there as a hobby or as a recreational sport. And I used to go to this club called Saturday Club every alternate day during the week with my father, and I used to try out various sports or just hang out and watch other people play. And my father used to play badminton in Saturday Club. So that's when I actually decided that I wanted to play a sport for fun, just as a hobby, and that's when I got into it.
But now
And
you
from that,
play professionally.
yeah. So after that, I think my coach over there decided, like, people told me that I'm pretty good, like I have good hand-eye coordination and all that. And then I shifted to an academy or a different club in Kolkata, and then I went to Pune for a summer camp because I started performing at the state levels in West Bengal. And that's when my family decided that I should move to Pune to pursue badminton only. And that was at the age of 11.
Okay, so you shifted and you started playing it professionally. How did it affect your academics? Like, how do you juggle both successfully?
I think you have to be really lucky with the people or the school which you're in. Like, they should be really lenient and supportive. And I was lucky to have a supportive school in Calcutta, and also when I moved to Pune. In Pune, I was in Ryan International School, and over there, I think I got extremely good support during all my grades from 6th to 10th, and they used to schedule it in such a way that I could give in my assignments and also write my exams whenever I had a tournament. So if I had a tournament, I used to go play the tournament and then come back and give my exams. And the other stuff is just based on making some time each day to study.
Unfortunately, I can't juggle both together. Okay. Was there any moment of stagnation or a struggle that you faced during your early career?
Tournament in a different way and keep my mind mentally ready for each tournament, because then you're prepared for any kind of situation.
I'll apply that to my college studies going on right now because nothing is going on well. Okay, moving on. Who are some of the most inspirational badminton players that you look up to? And have you gotten a chance to meet up and talk with them during your tournaments?
The only player, I mean, not the only player, but the player that I look up to the most is Lin Dan. He's retired now from China. And I think what really sets him apart from the others is the way he carries himself on court, the way he's always strong mentally and physically, no matter who he's playing. And his achievement speaks for himself. So I think he's the greatest of all time. And I was lucky enough to meet him in Delhi once.
Oh,
But funnily enough, when I went up to him, I wanted to take a photo with him, but my phone had died. So I ended up trying to get a paper from someone just to get a autograph, and I still carry around that autograph with me.
yeah, that is so cool. At least you have an autograph.
Yeah.
Okay, what about motivational figures outside of badminton? Is there a person that you look up to or greatly admire?
I follow a lot of tennis and football, and I admire Ronaldo in football and Federer in tennis. And I think I like to get a combination of both, of the aggression of Ronaldo and the field and the calmness of a drawn court.
I'm tempted to ask you about your opinions on what all is going on with Ronaldo right now, but I don't think I should. Let's
I
just
could
move
talk
on.
about
We'll come back to that later in the end if we have time. Okay. Uh, what are your hobbies and other interests? Like, how do you spend your time when you're not playing on badminton or working on your skills?
I enjoy spending time with my friends. I like going out with them. I enjoy watching Netflix shows. Because you get a lot of free time at tournaments or when you're traveling. So I think I'm always downloading a show or a few episodes to watch on the flight or at the airport.
Okay.
So I think
We've
these
heard
were the main.
we've heard you've been cooking during the lockdown. There's this picture that went kind of viral. Is there any other hobby or skill that you've picked up during lockdown?
During lockdown, I think everyone was bored, so you were just picking up anything to do. And I picked up baking, not cooking that much, but I enjoyed baking like brownies and cakes and all that. My mom and my sister, we used to do it together. And the other things I picked up during lockdown was more of reading books. Like I wasn't much of a reader, but then I think after lockdown I started reading quite a lot of books. So
Like,
these
what
two
kind of
hobbies I
books
picked up.
do you read?
Oh, I like mystery books or biographies.
Okay. I'll make sure my mom doesn't see this video or she'll get to know everyone except me is learning how to cook. Okay. Next up, we have had you not been a professional badminton player, what other career option would you have thought of?
Um, I don't know. I think it'll be something related to sport only. I
Okay.
used to play
What other sports are you into?
football and badminton at the same time when I was in Calcutta. So if I wasn't playing badminton, I think I'd still be playing football, maybe at a school level or state level. I think.
Okay. That is really cool. Now, we know that the pandemic struck us last year and it caused a lot of interruptions in the sporting calendar as well. So, how have the last 2 years been for you as a sports person?
The last 2 years were, I wouldn't say they were too bad or too good. I think it was like average because we got a break as athletes to spend time at home, because you're always traveling, going to tournaments, and it was really nice to stay at home, spend time with your family, do things which you don't normally get to do. But the really tough part was, and you start missing your sport, and staying fit during those times is really tough. But you have to somehow manage and get an hour of fitness or something, some physical activity related to your sport so that you don't lose touch. Otherwise, you come back all bloated and fat. So
Yeah,
it's
that
important.
is true. I've gained a lot of fat during lockdown. Yeah, it's very visible.
Yeah.
Okay, that brings me to do you have any fitness tips for the students, like who are into sports and everything?
No fitness tips, but I think like if you can keep some physical activity every day, like I don't know, some people like going to the gym, some people like running, but I think it's whichever one you like. Both of them are pretty good and they'll keep you fit. But there should be some physical activity each day. Otherwise, you just get lazy, and I think your body's not used to any activity later on.
Okay, that is fair. Okay, what do you think sets you apart from your Indian peers? Like, what do you think is your biggest strength that no one can beat you at?
Mm, I think on court it would be my deception and my speed around the court. I think that'll be one of the main factors which my game is based on. But otherwise, I think the people around me and all is very important to have the right people around you because it helps you mentally and to stay motivated. And I think I have many of the right people around me.
Okay, that is clearly visible from your performances. They're great. Hmm.
Thank you.
When you're waiting for some important game, what goes on in your mind before the match, during the match, and after it?
I think people would be lying if they said there's no pressure or nervousness, but you feel a little bit of it before each match. But I think it's just important to stay in the present and focus on what you have to do, focus on warming up, focus on playing one point at a time. And that's all you try to keep thinking before a match, during a match. After a match, you're just trying to either, maybe you just set some time to analyze what you did, and then the rest you just focus on, get on to the next match.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind the next time I'm playing against my 13-year-old sister, because I don't know how she always ends up winning.
You play
Okay.
badminton?
Yeah, I suck at it apparently. Or maybe my sister's too great. Okay, anyway. You already mentioned your badminton icon, but if you were to play badminton doubles, say in any championship, who would you play it with?
I don't know. I think I'll pick one of my ex-partners, but that's a tough question. But someone definitely from my academy, I'd select them because I think there'll be good coordination.
Okay, but like, so there's no favorite.
No, I won't pick one.
Okay, that is sad. It would have been very interesting if you could have picked one and we could have made this video available to all the others. Okay. Okay, what's on your agenda right now? What are your current goals?
I think the transition now, since I'm going to go into the senior category next year, and this year is practically over, so I think I'm trying to focus on playing the senior category, playing more of the senior tournaments domestically and internationally, and improving my rank. And I think getting better each day is very important now, so that I can start getting good results in the senior category as well. It's not only the juniors that's important. I think the seniors is as important. So just learning from each tournament is going to be really important from now.
Okay, that is correct. Any plans for the Olympics, sir?
I'm going to start trying from now because anyways, it's going to be 2024 and 2028. So hopefully I'll get to play one of
People
them.
do say you're
That's
one
what
of the most, like, a player that people look up to, that people have high hopes from. So how do you think we will be able to stand up on that? Doesn't that scare you?
Not really. I don't look into all that. I just focus on what I have to do, what's in my control. That's actually not in my control. So I just have to play the game and see what happens.
That is fair. How about we have a small Ask Me Anything session and see if the people who are watching it live have any questions to ask?
Yeah, sure.
Admin, can you have a look at the questions? Okay, in the meanwhile, what is your opinion about playing a doubles with Elsin?
With?
Hold on. Lakshya Sen.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to play with him. He's really good.
Okay, is that an honest answer or is there something hidden essence?
No, that's a completely honest answer because he's actually amazing and he's been playing really well.
Okay, that is good. Do we have any questions in the chat? What is your biggest challenge in terms of maintaining your ranking?
The biggest challenge, there are hardly any tournaments going on right now in the junior circuit, and I think I have enough points to stay at the current ranking I have right now. So I don't think there's any challenge with maintaining my ranking for this year. And anyways, once I move on, it's going to be into the seniors. So this ranking won't be counted next year.
Okay. We have another question in the chat that says, what is your favorite sports drink?
Sports drink?
Yeah.
Okay. I normally drink Electrol, but I enjoy drinking Gatorade also.
Okay. Whoever is asked it, please take a note. We have one very interesting question in the chat that I don't know if I'm supposed to ask, but someone's asking, are you really dating Disha Patani? The world wants to know.
Very important question.
Come on, give us an answer. Is it true? Are the rumors true?
I don't know. I can't give out
So you
my
are.
private details.
Okay, we'll have to ask Disha Patani then. Okay. Moving on to another badminton specific question that we have. What is your most memorable victory?
My most memorable victory, I think the second junior title which I won, which was in Croatia after my board exams. That would be my most memorable title because it was unexpected and I played really well in that tournament and I had a really great time over there.
Okay. And another one is there. How much hours of approximate practice do you spend in a day to be the best?
I spend about 4 hours on court and 1 hour off court. So 1 hour is fitness and the other 3-4 hours are just dedicated to on court practice.
Okay. What is the most dreadful or tiring drill?
The most tiring, I think it'll be multi shuttle or doing shadows, which is really tiring and I think boring also, but it's really important for your game.
Is that a badminton
dreadful.
thing? Shadows.
Yeah.
I have no idea what
So
that
like,
is.
you basically it's for footwork, to practice your footwork and speed. So yeah.
Okay. We have another one. How will you tackle that situation when you see a better player in front of you?
You don't really look into that. I think you just look into what you can do. I just look at what I can do on court and what are my strengths. And I go into the match thinking, looking at the opponent the same way I look at anyone else. So there's no difference in how I look at an opponent.
Okay, so when I play with my sister, I'll think it's you, and I'll be like, yes, I beat Varun. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think that made sense. We have another one here. What are your pet peeves? Do you like have any routine or something before a game?
Not really, but I have like a routine for my warm up, which I always follow, and I think that's something I religiously do every time before a match. So I'm always following that one set routine which I have for my warm up. Otherwise, there's nothing.
Okay. You have been playing international badminton from a few years. What difference have you found between the Chinese players and Indian players? Apparently, the world wants to know.
I don't know. It's not a big difference, I'd say. I think it's just mentally they're stronger than us, I'd say.
Okay. And we have another one here. Who do you think is the best looking badminton player, both male and female? People are very curious.
I have no clue.
Come on, you can tell us about your opinions. It's a completely confidential interview. We're totally not live streaming it on YouTube.
I don't know. Men's badminton player.
I didn't get you. Come again.
Axelsen is pretty good looking. Victor Axelsen from Denmark, the Olympic champion. And from women's, I'd say Marin. Carolina Marin.
Okay. We have another one here. How often do you cheat on your diet?
How often do I cheat on?
Your diet.
Oh, okay. Like once a week, every weekend, on a Saturday or Sunday, I try to get in some dessert or maybe a McDonald's.
Okay. So, like one meal or the entire day?
It could be 2 meals, but not the entire day. But like even on the weekdays, it's not a very like a set diet. I just follow like to stay away from sugar. But otherwise, Saturday or Sunday, I try
You stay away from
to eat.
sugar. Sugar is
Yeah,
literally in everything.
like in desserts, like ice cream and pastries, all that.
I can see. How are you surviving? I can't survive 2 hours without having anything sweet. Every day is a
Yeah,
cheat
it was
day for
pretty tough for me also in the start, even I have a sweet tooth, but then you get used to it.
me. Okay. Okay. We have another one here. What is your favorite memory or place that you like about Kolkata?
My favorite memory. My favorite memories were in school for sure, and favorite places are all the eating joints, like where you get rasgullas and biryani. I think the Kolkata food is the best in India for sure.
Okay. Um, is there any shot that you picked up from another player?
So in my academy in Kolkata, there used to be a player who used to have a really good backhand, and I was really like I don't know, was intrigued or it was really interesting the way he used to play it, and I used to always try to copy him on court and try to hit the backhand the same way. And then my coach realized that I was doing it, so he made it a point to teach me how to play a backhand properly.
Okay. Do they know?
Yes, they do.
They do. Okay. Okay. We have some two more questions. Okay. We won't take much of your time. We have another one. Have you ever lost your calm in a match?
Yeah, it happened. It used to happen pretty often when I was younger, but it doesn't happen anymore that much. But in certain situations, it can happen, and you just have to tell yourself to cool down and then play the next point the same way because you can't let it affect you in mentally. Otherwise, you can lose 3-4 points, and then the momentum just goes away, and the match can slip away.
Yeah, I cannot imagine that. Actually. Okay. We I thought there were only two questions, but there's another one. Have you ever played badminton at 2 a.m.?
No, I have never. Oh wait, actually, I played at 1 a.m. because the matches were delayed. So in one of the national tournaments, the matches were really delayed, and then we ended up playing at 1 a.m. our matches.
Okay. And we have some 4, 5 more questions actually, if you have some 5 minutes more.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. How has the lockdown affected your diet?
Affected my diet. Not that much because at home you were just eating home food, right? Which is good for you actually. But I enjoyed. I told you I started baking, so I used to have a lot of dessert throughout the week
And then you
because I
said
was
you didn't
always
have
baking.
sugar.
Yeah, but that was during lockdown, so it didn't matter.
Okay. But how often did you bake? Like once a week, twice a week?
Maybe once a week, sometimes once in 2 weeks.
What did you bake?
I like making brownies, and I make a really good banana bread.
You could just make them and parcel them to us also. We'll be very
I
delighted to
definitely,
have your brownies.
I will come over.
Okay. We have another question. We at Insti play at midnights. Okay, yeah, that has been covered 1 a.m. What is your favorite place to play?
In Pune, and the academy where I train. So,
I'm
and that's
sorry, I
like my
didn't get
favorite place. In Pune only.
in Pune. Yeah, but in no particular place? Like,
No, I have no particular place. I like playing in. I like the courts in Croatia. I like the courts in Denmark also. Pretty good.
okay. Moving on to another question. We have one here that asks, what is your ideal date?
I don't know. Going bowling or something.
Bowling. I've never heard that as an answer before.
as something interesting. Otherwise, you just sit for coffee and all. That's boring.
Coffee is boring, yes, but okay, bowling. I'll let the girl you're dating know, or guy. What advice do you have for aspiring sports person that are stuck doing engineering? Is our final question.
Is that for people in IIT?
I mean, anyone is not professionally playing, but they are aspiring sports people. Mostly IIT also. Yeah, we have a very into badminton club here. Like the inter IITs are a huge deal, apparently.
Oh, okay. I don't know. You should play the sport. I think everyone should play a sport, even if they're studying. They should like have a hobby at least, which is some sport, because it's good to have some kind of physical activity, and there's nothing better than playing a sport because it's a lot of fun. You can enjoy a lot.
Okay, we'll end with that one question again. Are you seriously dating the Shapatan?
No answer, no comments.
Okay, in that case, the talk has to come to an end. We're really glad you took out the time to spend the morning with us, and thank you to everyone who attended the YouTube live. And with that, I will be ending the meet. Thank you, and we wish you very best wishes for your upcoming tournaments.
Thank you so much.
Okay.